This video is partnered by Mint Mobile. Hey guys, before we dive into the video, there's something special I want to share with you. Like many of you, I've been trying to cut back on expenses lately, but let's be real. It's tough when you got things to do and you don't want to give them up. But sometimes you have to make those sacrifices to pay your phone bill and satisfy the big tech companies. That was until I discovered Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless services starting as low as $15 a month. With Mint Mobile, you can get high-speed data plus unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. The best part? You get to keep your phone and even the phone number. Now, if you do want to purchase your own phone, they do have phones available on the website, which you can get through the link. The internet service is reliably fast. It's so seamless, I put it up there with any other network on the market. Now, some of you might think switching to a new service is a hassle. Let me reassure you, this is only going to take you 15 minutes to set up. You could literally do it right now from your phone. No need to leave your house or contact anybody. And if the service just so happens to not support the SIM card, Mint Mobile will personally ship you a SIM card for free. As a sweet bonus, if you sign up before May 31st, 2024, you'll also get a 6-month subscription to Paramount Plus on Mint. So if you're like me and you want to save a little bit of money without sacrificing anything, use the link trymintmobile.com/justalex and start your wireless plan today as low as $15 a month. Don't lose out on this opportunity. Start saving money by switching to Mint Mobile today.
Another water in the night. Let me paint the view, color the town with my light. For every moment shared with you, night and in the day, you're never fully gone, going to be back again until the coming of the dawn.
Hey everybody, it's the interview queen Alicia Toot here, and you are currently watching Just Alex, a safe space for wrestling fans just like you. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like this video and every other video that is posted, and of course pick up a t-shirt as well. There's so many goodies, some great exclusive content. You might even find an interview with someone that looks a little bit familiar on the page, but he's fantastic, just such a good person. So I really hope that you guys, like I said, hit the button, subscribe for plenty more fantastic wrestling content. Interview Queen out. Mwah.
Hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space. For wrestling fans like you, I am your host, Alyx, just Alyx, and this is your WWE Friday Night SmackDown live review. We are continuing the King and Queen, King of the Ring, of course, tournaments. I think this was the quarterfinals, right? Quarterfinals this week. The next week is the semifinals for Raw and SmackDown. SmackDown will be live. I'm hearing it will be live in Saudi Arabia next week, so that will be very interesting. But the finals will be happening next Saturday. So, update. There will not be a live SmackDown review next Friday. I will be out that day because I will be taking someone to Comic Palooza. You guys know I do Comic Palooza every year. And I'm going there again on Friday. But don't worry, because the very next day, the Saturday afterwards, will be WWE's pay-per-view, King and Queen of the Ring, and I will be here to review that, watch it and review right afterwards. And then, of course, the very next day is AEW's pay-per-view. So, while I'm taking away one live stream, I am going to give you another, so don't worry about that. It's going to be pretty dope. Also, I want to go ahead and get this out the way now because I know a lot of people have been asking me about it. And so it's better to address it right here at the top of the stream while I have your attention. If you noticed, there aren't a lot of people showing up for my live streams as of lately. Now, why is that? And at first, I had a feeling that it had to do with my upload schedule. So as you guys know, especially around this time, I cut back on live streams. And I do that on purpose to, first off, refresh me as a content creator, step back on making this content, and focus on other aspects. That gives me an opportunity to recap, to look back on certain things that I liked and didn't like, and then, of course, improve, rebuild, come back stronger, but it also gives you guys a break from it as well. Because I feel like I'm not the only one that gets burnt out, but you guys get burnt out as well, right? And so, in doing that, what ended up happening is that my YouTube channel started catching wind with the algorithm in other ways, which is, in this case, shorts. And those of you who haven't been following me, I have been uploading a ton of shorts, a lot of shorts as of lately. And so what ends up happening is that people subscribe to me because of the shorts. And so when this live stream gets pushed out to the people who subscribe to me because of the shorts, the people who watch me only for the shorts don't click on it. They don't click on it. And so what ends up happening because of that is that the video doesn't get pushed out to the algorithm. And therefore, we have less viewers. Not because, you know, people aren't interested. Some people don't even know I'm live right now because YouTube hasn't pushed it out even to their subscription box. It's weird. It's weird that way, but that's on me. That's on me for deciding to step back away from live streams, because how it works is, it's simple. The more you do something on YouTube, the more they promote you for it. That's why a lot of people have live stream channels, right? Yes, they'll do uploads here and there, but for the most part, it's a live stream channel. And we have others do shorts channels. Chris Van Vliet has a shorts channel and then a long video channel where he does long form videos for his interviews. And it's helped both of them grow. I unfortunately have one channel. I have one channel for everything, for uploads, for shorts, and for live streams. And I think that's starting to mess with the overall production and just my reach in terms of a wrestling commentator, in terms of a wrestling fan. A lot of people basically are not catching wind of these live streams. And there are other factors as well. There are other wrestling enthusiasts, wrestling commentators, wrestling reviewers who are also going live with me. I think now it's like, and I count it, it's not just JD, it's not just Solid Monster, it's not just Good Mic Work, it's many others going live as well along with me. That also cuts into my audience. But also, let's just call it like it is. WWE, wrestling in general right now is not hot. It's cold. I wouldn't even say it's cold for WWE because they're still selling out arenas. It's cooled down. It's cold for AEW, but it's cooled down for WWE. As expected. WrestleMania season wrapped up. Tons of storylines ended. And so we're in the process of creating new storylines, of creating new characters, of starting over again. And that happens for every series. You know, sometimes when you have a season finale, you go away for a couple of months and then you come back. Unfortunately, the WWE doesn't have a season finale. It keeps going. So you're going to have periods. And I'm talking about months where nothing's happening. But you already know, as we get closer to SummerSlam, Survivor Series, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, things will start to pick up. What do? Do you just stop making videos? Unfortunately, I don't have that privilege. I had to keep putting out content. And if I don't, my channel suffers even more. And so, what's going to need to happen? And here's what we're going to do to fix it. If me uploading shorts is what's hurting my live streams, then what's going to help my live streams is just to do more live streams. As you guys know, I used to do 3 live streams. 3 to 4 live streams a week. I cut back on that. I took away the AEW live streams. And I think that hurt my overall reach, my overall appeal to YouTube when it comes to live streams. And as you notice, my shorts are getting tons of views and my uploads are getting tons of views. I think one of my recent uploads, actually all my AEW uploads have been getting somewhere between, 5,000 to even 15,000. It's a lot of views. But unfortunately, that's not translating over to my live streams because, again, people who like uploads don't watch the live streams. So how do we offset that? Your boy is just going to have to do more live streams. So here's what we're going to do. And I've set this up going into June, July, and it's going to be this way anyways because we're going to get into SummerSlam and then All In. I will be returning to live streams for AEW. Even though I'm not necessarily enjoying the All Elite Wrestling product as much as I used to, I do realize that live stream brought a different audience than the WWE live streams. And now those guys aren't watching as much. And unfortunately, that's something that YouTube has done to us creators to where we will punish you if you don't, abide by what we want. We want you to do more live streams. We want you to do more content, more content, more content, more content. So, okay, if that's what you want, that's what I'm going to give you. So that's what we're going to have to do. I'm going to do more live streams. So starting in June, after we do, of course, Double or Nothing and next week's pay-per-view, Saudi Arabia, King and Queen of the Ring, we'll do AEW, Raw, SmackDown, and the return of Q&As. So what we'll do in adding more live streams, I'm also going to need to keep up my upload schedule when it comes to shorts and uploads. Now, again, we're going to need to offset all of the uploads with the live streaming, because I want more people watching my live streams than anything else. So primarily, this will end up becoming a live stream channel, because that's the bread and butter. I don't make any more money, unfortunately, through anything else except the live streams. Most of the time, my sponsorships, my partnerships, they come to me because of my live streams. So that's going to need to be the primary focus. So how do I do that? I got to do more live streams. So I'm just going to have to increase my workload. Period. Which is good for you. There's more content for you. But it's probably going to wear me out. I can see myself being completely drained by SummerSlam. Well, not even that, because I still got to do All In and then All Out. Jesus Christ. So we're going to have to need an off season. For me, in particular, probably around September. But, hey, this is what I chose to do for a living. That's what's going to need to happen. So, once again, starting in June, we will be doing 4 live streams a week. And then, of course, when we get the pay-per-views, that will increase it to 5. And I think in doing that, because you see it with JD, you see it with Solid Monster, especially JD from NY. JD from NY does Raw, AEW, SmackDown, and then TNT on Tuesdays, plus pay-per-views. So he does 4 to 5 pay-per-views. 4 to 5 live streams a week. Solid Monster, Raw, SmackDown, AEW, and then something called Be the Booker, Be the Gamer, whatever the hell. 4 live streams plus pay-per-views. So that's what I'm going to need to do. I'm going to need to do that. And I think live stream Q&As is the way to go. Now, here's the thing. How I treat AEW in my uploads will be exactly how I treat AEW in my live streams. There will be, until they improve, of course, there won't be any bells and whistles. Like, this had a countdown. This had the partnership with Mint Mobile. This had all kinds of things to it. We might do a partnership with AEW, because you know how things work. I gotta pay the meals. But yeah, other than that, I'm not gonna waste your time with the AEW live streams until things improve. So I am gonna keep on doing what I usually do with AEW, coming up here and just talking, and then getting your thoughts. But yes, sir, we're gonna have to do more live streams. So hopefully you guys tune in for it. And we're going to see if that improves things. Like I said, part of the reason, well, one of the main reasons why we're not seeing a lot of people here is because I'm doing less live streams. Also because wrestling's not as hot right now, on top of the fact that I have other people going live with me. So we'll get the numbers back up. Don't be discouraged by the low viewers. It will go up in the summer. I promise. Just be patient with me. It might go up next week. Well, no. It's not going to go up next week. Tell you what. If I'm feeling generous, I'll go ahead and go live on Wednesday for AEW Dynamite. If I'm feeling generous. If AEW doesn't piss me off, I will go live on Wednesday next week. But same thing as usual. Live on Raw, and then of course the weekend we'll be doing Double or Nothing Sunday, and then King and Queen of the Ring on Saturday. So there you go. Those are the church announcements. Wanted to get that out the way. Thank you all for being here, though. We still got, for a stream that's been basically hampered by me not doing my due diligence as a creator. We got people here. And I appreciate y'all for being here. So why are we here again? We're here to talk about SmackDown. So, is it just me, or was this show awesome? I thought SmackDown tonight was great. I thought, in terms of storytelling, in terms of getting me excited for not just King and Queen of the Ring, but also future storylines, future matches, future pay-per-view matches. Man, I thought this show was on fire. I cannot believe I'm saying this. I think I might be sick to my stomach. But ladies and gentlemen, the best part of SmackDown involved Nia Jax. Am I sick? Is something wrong with me? I get that it hasn't been good weather down here in Houston over the last few days. In case you guys have not been paying attention to the news, we've had a couple of crazy storms down here in Houston. A tornado tore up one of the big power lines not that far from here. And we've had people without power for days. I'm not making that up. It's pretty bad down here in Houston. I lucked out, as you can tell. But weather it's been wild. I was getting kind of scared tonight. I was scared, would I be able to go live? Here I am. But I thought the weather might have done something to my psyche, to my brain. Because I actually enjoyed a Nia Jax segment. What's going on here? Triple H, you trying to kill my gimmick? The whole gimmick of Just Alyx, part of the best things about me is that I hated Nia Jax. Huh? But, no, that can't be true. I think I might be starting to become a fan. Goodness gracious, what is going on? But yeah. Jade Cargill, Nia Jax, they had a Queen of the Ring tournament match tonight that, look here. What they did, I thought was more important than the actual tournament. Loved seeing Nia Jax get in Jade Cargill's daughter's face. Your mama sucks! Nia Jax got on her fuck them kids wagon tonight. And of course, Jade Cargill said, oh no, you didn't. Nia Jax tried to hit her with a steel chair. And of course, Jade Cargill said, nah, this. And then whooped her ass with the steel chair justifiably. And what proceeded was one of the best brawls, chaotic brawls that I've seen on SmackDown. Jade Cargill touching the blood on her face, looking at her hand. You had all kinds of people, security people coming from the back. Of course, personnel trying to break them up. Crowd was going crazy for it. And I said to myself, that might be the hottest thing I've seen Nia Jax do ever. So I guess we're building to Nia Jax versus Jade Cargill? Clash of the Castle? I'm there. Let's go. Hell yeah. Now you all had to know they wasn't going to do no Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair. Sorry about your damn look. Right? Too soon. That's a WrestleMania match. Going into it, I even said last week, I'm like, I don't see them doing no Jade Cargill and Bianca. I'll be surprised if they do. The way they got out of it, the way they got around it was fantastic. I absolutely love how they got around it. So respect to the game for being able to perfectly get around doing Jade and Bianca this soon. Storytelling matters. Now you got me wanting to see Nia Jax in a feud. That's not something I ever thought I would say. The rest of the show, I thought it was great. Look, tournament matches, when it comes to tournaments, WWE, Triple H in particular, know what they're doing. I thought Bianca Belair and Tiffany Stratton had a great match. Everybody was losing their minds over Tiffany Stratton allegedly, I didn't see it, so I'm not gonna buy it, but she allegedly uploaded an Instagram video where she knocked out Jade Cargill, and it was being dubbed over by a track that said, "Black bitch, I'ma show you." And people thought that this was racist. Bit of a stretch, but I can understand. At first, I was like, oh, I don't know, hopefully that doesn't get her in trouble. But, trust me, I understand some of you went, really, Alyx? You thought she was going to get in trouble? Look, we live in a very PC society. And WWE right now, look, they're already dealing with a scandal involving Vince McMahon and that craziness. Although they're supporting him, did y'all see the news that they're getting behind him in this lawsuit? We'll talk about that in a future live stream, I promise. Someone asked me that question when we go back to Q&As. We'll talk about it. The dumbest thing I ever saw. Anyways. So, they don't need any more scandals. So, I was getting kind of scared, like, man, they might just take her off TV for a little bit until that cools down. But they didn't. They said, no, we're going to go forward with it. So, I'm happy about that. Yeah, trust me, I doubt an Instagram video with her going black bitch is going to hurt her momentum. But the match was great. Bianca and her tore it up. I thought LA Knight and Tonga was good. The finish was very abrupt. I kind of wish they would have done something a little bit more interesting with that. I am loving what they're doing with Carmelo Hayes and LA Knight. That's clearly going to be something down the line. Clearly. Make that a feud that I would pay money to see. You would definitely get a lot out of that, for sure. I'm trying to think what else was, like, noteworthy. Oh, Randy Orton. And, of course, him, Carmelo Hayes, had a good match. Went exactly how I thought it would go. And then Randy Orton spit all over the mic, yelling at the bloodline. The bloodline. And then they had that contract signing segment. Look, y'all. I know y'all think I'm a Logan Paul hater. I am. How you doing? I genuinely do try to give him the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that person that just blindly hates on him, although it's very, very fun. But there come times with him where I go, really? The only reason he's getting this spot is because of his popularity, not because he earned it. Which, hey, look here. There are a lot of wrestlers, big-time legends, that can come in and just get a title shot. John Cena, The Rock, I get it. So, I'm not saying this is above WWE. I just feel like when it comes to Logan Paul, yes, he's very impressive inside the ring. But anytime they push this narrative that he's going to be the top guy, the top world champion, my stomach turns. It does. Like, genuinely, it turns. It's because I know more about him than people. A lot of wrestling fans, this is something that I didn't realize. A lot of wrestling fans didn't follow Logan Paul before he came to WWE. They don't know about his history. I do. And I'm not just talking about what happened in Japan. There's a lot of other things he did that was disgusting. And so that guy becoming WWE champion just makes my stomach turn. And so this contract signing segment with him and Cody Rhodes, when it was happening, I was just like, I don't give a fuck. At the very least, if they would have done the dual championship, I could have gotten behind Cody and been like, yes, get that US belt off of Logan Paul. Now you got something. I'm invested. And then they said, nah, you thought that we were going to do a double championship and take the belt off of Logan Paul. Nah. You funny. Damn it all, dude. I hate it. I hate it. Hated it. But I get it. He's a major star. It's going to be a good, probably great match. The fans are going to be behind it because they hate Logan Paul and they love Cody Rhodes. It's just, man. And also, I do realize that a lot of people are hurt right now. Like, the injury bug is hurting all sides. WWE, AEW. People are getting hurt. Asuka's out, dealing with a knee injury. One that she suffered months ago. Freaking, Ivar recently got hurt on NXT. He's out. Bobby Lashley got hurt working out. He's out. Of course, Seth Rollins is out. Knee surgery. CM Punk is hurt. Drew McIntyre is hurt. My goodness. This injury bug is nasty. Nasty? Nasty. But that's okay. Because we here. We here, ladies and gentlemen. One of the things about having a bloated roster is that when someone like that goes down, you can just slot someone in. And that's how WWE has been able to weather the storm, despite not having a Seth Rollins, despite not having a Rock or a Roman Reigns, right? Their roster is so loaded with not just stars, but potential stars. They can afford to lose them due to injury. So I'm very excited to see what they're going to do with the current roster. And right now, like I said, this show is great. I don't feel like it hurt it at all to lose Seth Rollins and, other people. I think it might have helped. Because now these other people, the Carmelo Hayeses, the Jade Cargills, the Tama Tongas, Camachos, Tonga Loas, and others are now getting the shine that they needed. The Solo Sokoas are now getting the shine that they needed. This was a great episode. Top to bottom, great episode. Now, where we go from here is going to be interesting. Because I think we already know that Gunther is going to win King of the Ring. Not Randy Orton. So I'm assuming he gets screwed over somehow, some way. He's going to beat Tama Tonga next Friday. He has to. I'm very curious what we're going to be doing with him going into the Glasgow show. Glasgow, Scotland. Clash at the Castle, right? Let's see. But with the way things are looking, we're looking at Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. Most likely Bayley and whoever wins the Queen's tournament. I'm also assuming Cody will be fighting the winner of the... Well, no, because if Gunther wins... this is interesting. Because if Gunther wins, shouldn't he fight Damian Priest? Maybe Randy Orton will win. Randy Orton wins, then that sets up Randy and Cody Rhodes. Maybe, check this out. Maybe it won't be either one. Maybe it'll be Jey Uso. Just because. So we'll see what happens. I'm very curious to see what they'll do with this King of the Ring tournament. I am going to go ahead and do this review. Again, I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but I will say this. Going into the summer, the plan is to do longer live streams. Because the more I spend on live streams and the more time I have in terms of watch time, YouTube will continue to push out my live streams and I'll get more viewers. But the reason, again, why you don't see a lot of people in here is due to me not doing enough live streams. But next week we'll fix that because we're going to be doing live streams on King of the Ring and of course AEW's Double or Nothing. But I also am going to go live for Dynamite. So we'll be doing 4 live streams next week and I promise you the numbers will start going up. But let's go ahead and get to the spot. Well, we already did the partnership with Mint Mobile. Get you a Mint Mobile phone! Ladies and gentlemen, get on board. Link down below. But as always, if this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, we are at it. Help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks if you would like to donate after the fact. You can also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, give me a follow on TikTok. Because I'm the tickets of the talkers. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo. And yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast. Get your thoughts made live on the air. Email me at justalexsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi and please get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Get you an old school Gillespie t-shirt, get you a new school Alyx World t-shirt, but most importantly, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. My America, the remix t-shirt made by It's Janox and VyStar Heart. All this down below in the description box, you lovely people. And the live stream, thank you all so much for being here. I see the Super Chat champ in the building. Corporate Clyde Drexler. My bad. Corporate Clyde.
Carmelo isn't him. I am him. Your Super Chat champ. The megastar who will watch next week's PLE from DR with everybody saying Corporate Clyde.
Yeah. I appreciate the donation, Mr. Corporate Clyde. Everyone show your love to the Super Chat champ, who once again will be defending his belt at SummerSlam. Some of y'all going, why is it so far away? Because, my friends, this is a special kind of Super Chat champ. This ain't no fight day by day, week by week, open challenge champion. This is a prestigious champ. This is a Roman Reigns 1,000 day champ. Yeah. We got a live troll. We got a live troll in the and all message. Yo, one of the moderators, get him. One of the mods, get this troll right here. Who's here? Is it gonna have to be? There it is. Ultra Shadow got him. That's horrible. That's a horrible way to do things, man. I appreciate you for getting that. Good work, Ultra Shadow. That's weird. But your champ ain't no regular champ. The champ, ladies and gentlemen, is here to be prestigious. And so he only defends the belt when it matters. And so the next time you see him will be SummerSlam. And if you don't like it, you don't like you a champ who's part-time, who only shows up for the big events, then you gotta take it from him. You gotta take it from him in August. But can you take it from him? Can you take it from Corporate Clyde? And if you can, would you be able to hold it as prestigious as the Tribal Chief? Acknowledge him. We'll find out in August. Alright, thank you all so much for being here. Show some love to the moderators. Ultra! Shouty Nights and Fires to Heart. Elias Ademi. New Japan Pro Wrestling. Khalil does everything. Highway Dealing Danger. And of course, Big NGM, because they help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Now, always keep this in mind. It is imperative that you guys like the video. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost the algorithm by hitting that like button. Let's kick it off by showing some love to the Nature Boy. Woo! Jody Bennett. What's good, Jody? Good to have you, man. We got JJ. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? JJ Bulldog. Jordan Williams, Mr. Unfamiliar YouTube member, Mr. Unfamiliar. We got Sean Swaby. Baby! Mr. Sean Swaby in his house. Darcy Chatham. John Anderson. I also see Pikachu Black. Joseph Winters. We keep going down here a little bit. Thank y'all for getting that troll, by the way. Oh, wait a minute. Is that who I think it is? Everybody, get up on your feet and show some love to the best reaction channel for all of wrestling here on YouTube. Show your love for A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. Good to have you here, A&B. And we're going to give the last one to Shadow Star. All right, guys, if I don't say your name, please don't be offended. It's not because I hate you. I do want to go ahead and get to this review. And thank y'all for being here. Like, you really make what I do worth it. And thank you all for the donations. Do me one solid favor, too. One last solid favor while I have you here. Currently, on Twitter, the Twitter, if you got it, there is a video I posted about Keith, a motherfucking Lee. Yes, that Keith Lee. That is currently catching attention. If you're on Twitter and you see it, retweet it. Retweet. Show it some love. I want to get that viral. Because I love me some Keith Lee and we miss him. If you miss Keith Lee, get on Twitter. Get on Twitter and retweet it. Show it some love. SmackDown. Friday Night SmackDown was live in the backyard of AEW, Jacksonville, Florida. I thought the crowd was excellent. Sold out, by the way. Big sellout for WWE here. And I think, for the most part, they were live throughout the entire show. No AEW chants or anything. Thought that was interesting. It lets you know that when the show is good, that's all they care about. Well, I mean, it's hard for a show not to be good when one of your matches is Tiffany Stratton versus Bianca Belair. This match was great. I love that Bianca was selling her knee throughout. So that's the story they're telling with her. She's going in with a hurt knee. And I think that's going to be what she carries with her into the pay-per-view. So my prediction for the pay-per-view is, of course, Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. Bianca can't get away from damage control, bro. Now, who wins Queen of the Ring? Well, if my pick is for Gunther, the Raw side, to win King, I think Bianca's going to win for the SmackDown side. Unless we do Nia Jax. That means Lyra Valkyria will have to beat freaking Io next week. Now just do Io and Bianca Belair. That makes a lot more sense. So we'll probably do that for Queen of the Ring. But this match was great. Of course, Tiffany is over. I'm surprised at how over she is. Like, seriously. Tiffany time is catching on really quickly. And it's hard not to like her because she's amazing inside the ring. Don't like her microphone skills. Don't like her character. She's a cutie. But in terms of her presentation on the mic, she's not great. Her character needs work. But her in-ring skills are far and beyond what they should be right now. She is amazing. Fantastic. I cannot wait to see how good she'll be in 10 years. She's young. What, 26? Oh my goodness. You got her for a while. So Bianca ends up winning that match with a KOD. But Tiffany got over in defeat. And anyone still saying that she, made a racist post. Look here, y'all. Y'all need to go ahead and drop that. I hate the people who are claiming that certain people are racist. Not saying anything about it. I'm just pointing something out. Observation. Why is it that the white folk want to come up here and say, she racist? Come on now. You need to know what racism is before you actually say something's racist. Okay? Y'all deal with Jim Cornette and Samantha Irvin. Cut that out. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we do a backstage segment with Solo Sikoa explaining to Paul Heyman that he spoke to Roman Reigns. And Paul Heyman's like, are you sure about that? And Solo's like, yeah, why would I lie to you, bitch? You don't believe me, bitch? Paul's like, I believe you. Calm down. Then we have a segment with Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair teasing a match. As soon as they did that, I'm like, y'all not gonna fight. That's too soon. I was right. But look, there were a lot of people upset that we're not gonna get Bianca and Jade Cargill on Saturday next week. Y'all, like I told y'all, that is a WrestleMania match. You don't do that match at no goddamn Saudi Arabia. I'm sorry. That is a WrestleMania 41 match. What you do is you have Bianca Belair turn heel, beat Bayley's ass for that championship, hold it all the way to WrestleMania, where my girl Jade Cargill whoops that trick, get him, whoops that trick, get him, and gets that championship. And before y'all go, ain't it too, shut up. Jade Cargill is the new Charlotte Flair. Deal with it. I'm going to say it again. Jade Cargill is the new Charlotte Flair. Deal with it. You ain't got to like it, but you'll learn to. Anyways, Carmelo Hayes rose up backstage and was like, yo, what's good, LA Knight? Yeah. By the end of the night, they're not going to be chanting no RKO. They're going to be chanting HIM. Because I'm him. That theme song goes hard, by the way. Carmelo Hayes' theme song is Boss. LA Knight versus Tama Tonga. Look here. I know what they're doing with the bloodline. I understand you have to keep them strong, right? And of course, the way this happened was LA Knight got distracted by Solo Sikoa and Camacho. And basically, under distraction, Tama Tonga came in and said, BAM! He literally said BAM. Hit him with his finisher. What is it called? The STO? Reverse STO. And pinned him 1, 2, 3. So here's my thing. On paper, that's fine. Distraction, finisher, he wins. In execution, it fell flat for me. Did it fall flat for you? When LA Knight took that finisher and that was it? I was thinking he was going to kick out. Like, at the very least, have Tama Tonga use the ropes. And then I'd be like, yeah, that's fair. He just took a finisher and then lost. So I was like, really? It's kind of lame. I didn't like it. I didn't like that finish, but Tama Tonga advances. He has to, because the main event will be him and Randy Orton next week, so that makes sense. And backstage, LA Knight gets in the face of Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes talking that shit. He talking that shit to LA Knight, talking about, hey, you lost. I'm going to win in my main event match. And they almost got into a fight, so I guess that's going to be a feud. Oh, God. This contract signing. Okay. Logan Paul and Cody Rhodes had a contract signing. So what ended up happening is, originally it was going to be belt for belt, title for title, right? And then Logan Paul brought out his lawyer and said, I ain't signing this contract. Fuck you. And then he made his own contract without Nick Aldis's without his permission. And I'm like, he can do that? And then Nick Aldis is like, you can't do that, bitch. But then Logan Paul said, I got a lawyer. You want to take this to court? I'm like, what the... Bitch, like, the match is next week. You know what I mean? It's like, you gonna take him to court in a week? Come on now. Like, you want to deal with litigation? I got a lawyer. I'm like, bitch, the match is next week. What you gonna do? You know what I mean? But then Cody Rhodes had to be White Knight. Nick, I will fight Logan wherever, whenever. I don't care about the stipulation. I'm gonna beat him because I'm the goddamn champ. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And then Cody was talking about how Logan Paul is not a wrestler. He's a tourist. I'm like, here we go. Let me guess. Cody's going to have a competitive match with Logan Paul. Then afterwards, Cody's going to come out and say, oh, I respect Logan Paul. He's a good wrestler. We still trying to get this man over. We get it. But yeah, so next week, freaking Logan Paul will be fighting Cody Rhodes just for the championship. You make me sick. What can you do about it? Alright, so after this, they had Jade Cargill and Nia Jax. Literally the best part of the entire night. So, the match doesn't even start inside the ring. Actually, yes, it does, right? Let me see. Look at that. Because I'm thinking... I lied. It does start inside the ring. The bell does ring. So, Nia Jax just knocks the shit out of Jade. And then Nia bills her across the ring. Just tosses her ass. And then they go to the outside. She's beating the shit out of Jade. And then Jade goes up to her daughter. Nia Jax pulls her away. Nia gets in Jade Cargill's daughter's face and goes, your mom sucks! Her daughter, by the way, starts crying. But her mom sees this. And then Jade Cargill says, oh, hell nah. And then, of course, this turns into a big fat brawl where Nia Jax gets a chair, and then Jade Cargill steals that chair and then wallops Jax on the back. And so the match ends in DQ, and at first I'm like, well, that's kind of lame. I get why they did it, because you don't want to be beating Jade Cargill this soon. I get that. You don't want to pin her. Still, it's lame as hell. Until the fight kept going. So, of course, Nia Jax wins by DQ, but then the post-match, oh, this was amazing. They kept beating the piss out of each other, and Jade completely dominated in all the best ways. Nia Jax tossed her big ass around, and then she touched her head, saw the blood leaking down her face, like Ultimate Warrior. I am the warrior! And then she just went fucking rampant on her. That was so chaotic. And then you had, of course, paramedics and, backstage personnel and security come out to break them up. And they were whooping everybody's ass. And the brawl kept going, Jacksonville was into it. And I said to myself, this is the best DQ finish I've ever seen WWE do, especially in a long time. It's been a while since a DQ finish like this worked so well. It actually made the feud even more impressive because it made it more personal. Nia Jax made fun of Jade Cargill's daughter. Jade Cargill snapped, and now she wants to kill her ass. I love it. So as you know, next week, you know what's going to happen, right? You know Jade Cargill's going to interfere and cost Nia Jax the match, which will build into that match for Clash at the Castle, and then Bianca will go on to fight Io Sky at the pay-per-view. I love it. This was an excellent way to get by Jade Cargill losing, right? I loved it. I thought it was great. DIY defeated Legado del Fantasma's Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo. So the storyline here, clearly they're going to be fighting for the tag team titles. That's Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. During the entrance of DIY, you saw Tommaso Ciampa coming out depressed, angry, disgruntled, like he didn't want to be there. Like he's already sick of this bullshit. He's sick of losing. You know where this is going, right? You know where this is going. You see it coming from a mile away. Eventually, we gotta get back to Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa being enemies. But I like that we're building to it naturally. So, as time goes by, you're gonna get them a title match. They're gonna lose. Gargano and Ciampa are gonna lose. And what's gonna end up happening is that Ciampa says, I'm done with your bullshit, Johnny. I don't want anything to do with you now. Then they're going to tease breaking up. Then they're going to get back together. They're going to win the titles. Then they're going to hold the titles for a long time. And then when they break up, they're back to doing Ciampa and Gargano again. And you know how that's going to go. So, yeah, I don't think they're going to break them up this soon. I do think DIY is going to hold the belts. And then Ciampa will turn on Gargano again. And then we'll get that feud. So I'm excited about that. But yeah, it's looking like DIY versus Austin and Grayson for the tag team titles. There was a cryptic footage from Uncle Howdy and the Wyatt Six. Byron Saxton interviewed AJ Styles backstage. And AJ says, look, I've lost all my matches. He doesn't know where his career goes from here. He got eliminated in the King of the Ring tournament. He couldn't beat Cody Rhodes. So he will talk to Nick Aldis next week. And he will decide where his career goes from there. They basically teased the retirement for AJ Styles. Wow. And I think after that was the main event, right? Was that Carmelo Hayes and Randy Orton? Let me be sure. Yeah, that's it. Then we get to the main event. Randy Orton and Carmelo Hayes. Melo! Came face to face with the Viper! The Viper! Randy Orton. The match was good. Great back and forth. Look here, Carmelo Hayes is the kind of person that can get over whether he wins or loses. And I think that's important. The fact that he can get himself over in a loss or a win. And not a lot of people can do that. It's the same thing with a Chelsea Green. It's the same thing with a Sami Zayn. It's the same thing with a Dolph Ziggler. These are people who can lose, but still get over. And I appreciate that. I think that's going to be very important for him. Because you already know, it's probably going to be a while before we start seeing him rise up in the ranks. Because we're going to be doing him in LA Knight next, right? Well, we got to do LA Knight and Logan Paul at SummerSlam. Because we got to get a championship around LA Knight's waist. Eventually. So that's going to be the big feud for Cleveland. And we'll probably do him and Carmelo for Clash or Money in the Bank, one of those two. And it's going to be a good match. But that's for the future. Right now, Carmelo is basically still establishing himself as a cocky heel. And in this match, he slapped the shit out of Randy Orton, who's like 10 times taller than him. He towered over Carmelo. And he whooped his ass. And Melo sold for him like $1 million. It looked great. And of course, the finish was a springboard clothesline right into an RKO. And that RKO was glorious. I will defend. I won't give in till I'm victorious. I love it. I miss Bobby Roode, by the way. Mr. Randy Orton wins with a fabulous RKO on Melo to the face. And then afterwards, advancing to the next round, we see the bloodline come out. Orton gets on the microphone, scoffs, and spits all over the mic, saying that he gonna whoop that ass next week. Pause. And then that was it. That was SmackDown. Look, sometimes if you keep it simple and just deliver, in terms of execution, in terms of inside the ring, you can just create good shows by default. This was a great show. Really enjoyed it. Definitely one of those things where just because we don't have a lot of top talent doesn't mean that WWE can't still produce good television. So, I thought SmackDown was great tonight. I'm curious to know how you guys feel about it. So let me know down below in the live chat and in the comments how you felt. I'm not going to be here too long. I do have to be somewhere in a couple. So go ahead and get your thoughts in. Just a reminder. And I am going to tweet about it. Live streams for the month of June will be increasing. I will be going back to AEW live streams. Well, probably next week if I'm feeling it. But I'll be going back to AEW live stream starting in June. And I will be adding another live stream, Q&A. And then I will see if I can do a better job of finding ways to do uploads and shorts within that time. But the reason why you see less people in my live streams is because I cut back on it. And essentially YouTube is punishing me for it. But don't worry, I will get the numbers back up the more I do them. So. Alright, how did y'all feel about SmackDown tonight? Give me your grades. Give me your scores, 1 to 10. And thank y'all for interacting with A&B Combos. They're just an amazing, amazing duo. We're family. I always show them love. They always show me love. I support them. They support me. Dro Davidian. Good to have you here, man. Guinevere Watson says he loves Nia Jax. I like Nia for Queen. Ah, Queen of the Wing? Queen of the Wing. Queen of the Wing. That was offensive as hell. Get it, Queen of the Wing? You know, wing, chicken wing. Queen of the Ring! God damn it. I thought y'all would get that joke. Anyways. Ethan Zakarbach says SmackDown was an 8 out of 10. Joseph Winters gave it a 9.7 out of 10. What the fuck? What happened to the 0.3 points? What stopped it from being a perfect 10, my friend? JJ Bulldog gave it a 9 out of 10. Dylan Danger, again, a 9.8. What? Y'all, just give it a 10 out of 10 at that point. Alright, it's your score. It's your score. You can do whatever you want. What's next? A 9.9993? Cleo does everything. Any chance you're doing gaming live streams like playing 2K24 WWE? And see, that's another thing too. I would probably get a lot of views if I did that. I'm just not into those kind of games anymore. I stopped playing WWE games after SmackDown vs. Raw stopped. So, we'll see. Jordan Williams gave it a 7 out of 10. I guess he didn't like it. Khalil does everything as being a jerk and gave it a 9.99 out of 10. Jesus Christ. John Bill II gave it an 8 out of 10. But that X-Men 97 season finale was a perfect 10. I did see that. And yeah, I have nothing to complain about when it comes to X-Men 97. I thought it was, for the most part, one of the best animated shows that Marvel has ever done. It's better than it is so good, I would put it above the original X-Men 90 show. I'm not joking. I think it's better than the original X-Men 90 show. And I'm excited to see what they do with it. It's gonna be good. BC Amplified says, BC Amplified is going to say the show wasn't all that good. I thought he said the show wasn't all that good. I mean, he can say whatever he wants. It's his channel. I'll just disagree and move on. Simple as that. Alright, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and cut it off here. Like I said, I can't stay up here too long. So, we'll return to live streaming more towards the summer. And we'll pick things up. And that will increase the number of viewers on my live stream. So, thank you all so much for being here. As you follow up, do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. Love you all. Please take care. And always know you are welcomed right here in Alyx's world. The place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm out. Peace. When you're